Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, and we're feeding the birds again. We had fed them last spring. We bought a very inexpensive bird feeder, and it was really great for the kids. We put it right outside the dining room window, and we were sitting to eat. We could watch all the different colored birds come and feed. Until the squirrels and the pigeons found out about it, and the amount of feed that it would hold with the small birds would last about a week and a half. Once the pigeons and the squirrels got in on the deal, maybe a day and a half. And so we decided we weren't going to keep feeding the pigeons and squirrels, and we took the feeder down. And this spring, though, came around, and the kid says, "Can't we put up another bird feeder? We really like to see the birds." So I did some research online to try to find a feeder that would save the food for the little birds and sort of lock out the squirrels and the big birds. And this is the one we decided on. This one, I've been using it for a few days now, and it actually works amazingly well. It's the Squirrel Buster Mini, and there's a whole line of Squirrel Buster feeders, some with larger food capacity, some targeted at different species. So I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to check them out. But I have really been impressed with how well it's worked. And part of the reason it works so well might be because it's so simple. So you have your bird feeder, you get the food in there, you hang it up, and you've got what they call the shroud out here. It's this mesh that some birds like to cling on to something when they're eating, and so it's got that so they can cling onto that. And then it's also got these 4 small perches with 4 feeding ports. So it works fine, the bird lands, the bird eats, everything's good, but the squirrel comes and the squirrel jumps onto this or grabs onto this. As soon as they put their weight on it, anything more than 4 ounces, there's a spring in the shroud, up above the shroud, and it pulls it down and it closes off the feeding ports. No more access to the food. The squirrel jumps off, it pops back up, regular birds can get back in. So it's simple and clever, and that seems to be what you need to defeat the squirrels, because man, are they ever smart. But they haven't figured this out yet. I've got some kind of amusing videotape of them trying to get into this, which I'll show at the end of this video. Let me show you, though, how easy it is to take it apart. Put more food in. That's all there is to it. You simply pour the food in the top. It's also designed with some ventilation holes here so that in the summer when it's hot and humid, your seed doesn't get all moldy and mildewy. Instead, it's supposed to pull fresh air through and keep it fresh. Birds like their fresh seed, I guess. Slide that back over. Hook this back on here. It's all ready to go. So this was about $25. They make them up to like $80 for the ones with the large feeder portions and for different types of birds, but we don't want to spend too much in case it didn't work out. So this has been pretty good. I would say this food's lasted about 3 days so far, so we ought to get maybe a week out of it depending on the bird traffic, but at least the seed isn't going to the squirrels and to the pigeons. So let me show you the video now of when the squirrels found we had put a new feeder out and how it worked with them.